In this video, we're going to make a squeeze page designed to get customers to share their details with us so they can sign up for the membership portal. It's called a squeeze page because it's designed to provide some value and squeeze the details out of someone that then you can follow up with, give them access to your membership content, which you can automate through the back end of Kartra, which is really good. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So from your Kartra dashboard, you go to My Pages. So you want to click on Page, and we're going to go to Squeeze Pages. And it's always good to have a level of congruency with your pages, which means that the design and style really stays the same. Because we're at the start, it's not too important, but that's something to be aware of. So let's use this one. Hit Launch Builder. So we're going to call it Membership Squeeze Page. I'm going to add another category here. Because it's membership based, the category will be membership, so we just hit add, done. And then the site is what's going to be for Terry's membership tutorial. So you can add sites down here as well. Let's have a look. So you just type in the site, and then if there's any page you can add them. If not, you just add the site name, okay? So the site we're selecting is Terry's membership portal. Okay, so the first thing I usually do is I'm probably going to remove this this header. So you just click on this here. So with Kartra, you'll find that you just need to hover over the elements. Now there's two modes. You have components mode, which will be certain elements on the page, and then you've got the columns mode, which is more for the layout. So see how you've got this particular column here. If I was to delete that, that gets rid of the whole column. Okay. And also it doesn't look like I can undo that. So I'm going to have to go back and start this page again. Don't do that because you can't undo a lot of these things. So let's just refresh it. Okay, so it's extremely important to remember that unless you save the changes or publish live, Kartra will not save the changes. So don't ever just hit refresh if you haven't saved anything, or you will lose everything. Now, we're going to take out this top part here because I don't need it. This is just a squeeze page. This isn't actually part of a site. So we'll get rid of that. Now, for this tutorial, I don't really need to add any videos or other elements. So all we're going to do is make this really basic. And this is what I'd suggest for anyone starting out. Don't overdo things. Don't try and add information into all of the sections just because the section's there. Sometimes you just don't need it. So okay, now that's how that's going to look. Most of your traffic, remember, is going to be coming from mobile because 70 to 80% of internet traffic is on mobile these days, okay? So realistically, we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need that. So that's how it looks so far. Now, it is very basic. You can, and I'd probably recommend putting a little bit more effort into the design here. But we can go in and add back in that header menu if you want. I would like something a little darker and possibly thinner. So I think that's cool. So drag it and drop it up the top there. Now, let's organize our logo. So you just come up to image, hit edit. My logo's already been uploaded. If not, upload your image here. We'll upload that there. Select it, confirm it, and then you have to hit apply over here. Now you can add in alt tags over here. However, if you're using Kartra purely for SEO, that's probably not the best approach. But add it in there anyway. The more content it's got, the friendlier Google is to your page. You know, it's always handy to have some contact details in there. That's actually not a bad idea. And what you do is you just set up a link here to link through to a contact page, which you'd set up in another time. So to change the text, hover over the T. Okay, so up here, we're going to go publish live. I always like to rename my pages. Membership sign up. I spelled that right? Yep, that'll do. Now I may be moving a little quick, but once you start going through the Kartraverse training portal, which I'll have linked within the membership area, you'll start to understand this stuff and the penny will start to drop. So don't worry. Now with contact forms, you're going to put a placeholder here. So we're going to go create new opt-in form because you need to go to a different section to make the opt-in form. But it is all hosted within Kartra, which is the best thing that I love about Kartra. All right. Now, once we have that applied, we're going to get an error. Do not worry. You're going to publish that live. Do also not worry. Also don't worry here because no one's going to know about this site yet. So it's live on the internet, but nobody knows that it's there. Don't worry. Now, what you can do, I usually like to open a new window, and I'll close that one. You go to My Forms. So this is where we create opt-in forms. Now, they can be as detailed or as basic as you like. You can see here we've got configuration incomplete. So just click the three dots, and we're going to go to Edit. So click Edit. Now, what forms do we want? Because we want this to be simple, because we're probably going to be driving cold traffic towards this, we need them to fill in as little information as possible to give them access to the course. So first name, email address, I am fine with that. Hit save. Save and next. Now we'll have it as a single opt-in because we're going to assume that these people are going to be giving genuine information, because if they don't, they can't access the course. Okay, so you always need a success page, which we will configure later. Save and next. Okay, we're not going to send a welcome message upon joining. Okay, so when we get to automations, we're going to do something really cool. We're going to go to advanced automations and we're going to hit change. So we're going to go new automation. Now, if lead fills in this form, we are going to grant them access to membership. And it's going to be Terry's membership. Access level is standard, so we need to add these. Hit save. Now, when someone fills in that form, they're going to get access straight away so they can log in. We're going to host that within our Kartra asset, which is our Kartra page. So hit save. Save and next. Now that's almost done. So we need a success page. So let's just jump over here and whip up a quick success page. Now I'm going to have all this stuff available for you to import. So I'll have a campaign share code within the membership portal, which you can just plug in. I'll do another tutorial on how you need to import any pages that I share with you. And we're going to do a new page. So hit new page. And we just want a really basic page. So the most basic page, we'll just do a thank you page, is what we'll do for a success page. Perfect. Now remember the design of the other one, it's pretty white, so we're just going to go select here. We're going to make a couple of edits. and quickly whip this one up. Showing you how to build your own business, your own membership portal, which you have complete control over. That we're going to whack in there. Back over here to image, edit, select, simple. And then you always need to hit apply. So let's just put it at 50% or as close to as possible. And you can always check it on mobile. Yep, I think that looks good. However, I think there's a little bit of space at the top. No, that's fine. Get rid of that. Now this is where we want to go to columns mode. Things like this, because I want this to be sitting square in the middle of the page. We hit column, delete. All right, now I want all of this to be the same, so we're going to make it all italics. Now, the sizing is over here, so I find it to be a little smaller. So you always need to click the T if you're changing text. And get rid of that section. I don't need it. You can link a Facebook group down here. I think that's quite a cool thing. I'm not against that by any means. Now down here, edit the text. All right, now download now is not what we want, but what I am going to do is I'm going to change this in case someone has put in the wrong email. What we can do is we can link it back to the Kartra page. Back over here. The membership squeeze page we'll want to link it back to, and we'll keep it in the same tab. So what we'll do is change text to say, take that. I also think perhaps we could do with centering this. You can alter things like button shadow. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of shadow in there, why not? Maybe make that a little smaller. And if we can make it any smaller. Yep, I like that. Now, remember, talking of congruency, what we're going to do is we're going to grab that color up here, which is the color picker which I got from the Chrome store. I'll also leave a link to that. Just write a note down to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to change the button color just so that it's all nice and streamlined and congruent. Very important in marketing. All right, style. So we'll go background color. Apply. And then this color. That's the tiny part that we're going to need to maybe on tab would look better. You can drag it up. Silly. All right, so you can drag that by moving this. Very good to know. Don't need to look at that on tablet because very few people are going to be browsing on tablet. So let's go over to Facebook. Now I do have a page that I could link this to, which I will do, just for the purposes of this tutorial. There we go. Now what I'll always do is open that in incognito window and make sure that it works. Yep, looks fine. Now I don't really use this group, but feel free to join it. If people are asking questions, I always check. I will respond. Close that. Okay. So there we go. That's now added in there. Now that will link to the group. All right. So publish live. Now, feels like this is taking a long time, but trust me, it's worth it. All right. Membership, thank you. Close. Now that's saved. Now we can close that. Okay, now let's go back into my forms and we'll complete the form because it still says configuration incomplete. Excuse me. So we'll jump back in and edit this. So save and next here. You can see up here, this is in red, so that means that it's not finished. Page. Save.